Ambitious and motivated are words that describe you best. Then you're on the right place. This is Motivational Radio Friends from Paris with your host, Lonji Agoha.
Called rubbing minds. We are just really rubbing our minds together, and there are sparkles everywhere. Yeah, because I believe in the fact that when you meet somebody and both of you are in the same direction, like you said, having a vision, there's nothing worse than somebody who does not have a vision, who doesn't know where he is going. All right, because if I always tell my friend, I said, listen, the worst any lady can do is to marry a man who has no vision. You might not have the money, don't have. For example, I used to tell people, I said, listen, if my daughter comes back and say, oh, Baba, look, this is my boyfriend, I would ask the boy, what is your vision in life? Where are you going to? From what he is going to tell me, we determine if I will accept him or not. I don't care if he has 1 million, if he has 1 billion. I only want him to have a vision.
This is the important thing, sir. This is the thing. You see, on the wedding day, the father holds the daughter's hand.
That's right.
And transfers it to the boy. What they're doing an exchange. The father is exchanging his responsibility for his daughter to the boy.
That's right.
So the father, before, he used to protect the daughter, he used to cultivate the daughter, and he used to look after and source the daughter, meaning that provide for her everything she needed. And now on that wedding day, on the altar, and at the altar, you are exchanging that to the boy, and he has to look after the daughter, the girl. He has to cultivate her, he has to source her, give her needs, and make sure he looks after her. But obviously, it's hard for him to do that. And that's why you find most women work while even the husband is working. And, the woman's a bit frustrated. I know most women, they wouldn't want to go to work every day. They want sometimes the man, to just take charge and look after her. She loves that. She doesn't want to be working every day. But once a man has a vision, the woman will be happy to help him and make sure that he succeeds. That's where the joy is.
Yes, indeed. I believe that is why a lot of men do not understand that women are always attracted to men who have vision.
That's very
vision, yes.
Because vision had money.
That's right. Because if you have a vision, somehow you succeed. Somehow you find the money. All right. And the women, they have I think they have a sixth sense in identifying those who have vision. They identify men who have vision and they follow them. And they say, oh, these women, they keep on running around this man. But because the man has a vision, that's why. Okay? God created the women
to... They forget about the looks. They follow the vision.
That is it. Vision is attractive. Vision is attractive. It is very attractive. And women are the only people that knows how to identify people who have vision. They identify men who have vision, and when they see one, they wouldn't let him alone. You see, but a lot of people don't understand. You can't, if you have no vision, a woman identifies that, and because you might wear expensive dresses, buy big cars, drive big cars, but at the same time, women run away from you because those things you're showing her does not show her the real you, and which is your vision. So your vision is attractive, and when a woman sees that, she knows.
So the other thing, they need to ask themselves, what is vision? Vision is the picture form of your purpose. When you see your purpose in picture form, that is your vision. So sometimes some people, they call it daydreaming, but sometimes you have those moments, and then you see yourself somewhere. That is who you are, because it's already on the inside of you. Your purpose is trapped on the inside of you, so you will begin to see it in picture form, in visions. And then once you see yourself somewhere, you know that's where God has called you to be. He's not always show you the end, and then He will take you back to the beginning, so you can get there.
I always believe that we all think in pictures. Human beings think in pictures, and so each time we think of any particular thing, if I tell you, for example, that, oh, I saw a man, you're not going to tell me you saw his hands or his legs. You will see a complete human being. All right. Or I saw a building. You're not going to see the windows or the doors. You will see a complete building. So human beings have a tendency to think in pictures. And so these pictures represent our thoughts, our behaviors, and everything we do in life.
That's very true. As I said before, that young boy that said that, sit down and start thinking. So, Pastor Chris said that thoughts are the pictures on the mind. Thoughts are pictures of a mind with a constructive or destructive meaning. So you can have thoughts which are constructive, meaning that you can have thoughts which are good ideas. You have thoughts that can hold you back. Because some people have come up with good ideas, but because of their past experiences, their thoughts, when those thoughts come back, they limit them, they stop them from pursuing their dreams, pursuing that idea, initiating that business. So when they start having these thoughts, it holds them back bondage. So what they need to do is to let go of those thoughts. At the end of the day, it's your life. You need to move forward. You need to become who you're born to be, and don't let no thoughts to hold you bondage. But have the right thoughts. Have thoughts of success, thoughts that will move you forward. You need, because you're in control of your own life. You are in control of your destiny. But if you let other people interfere in your life, if you let those thoughts interfere in your life, it will control your destiny, and they will decide what you will do in life. So, that's another thing, is to control your mind as a single person. Don't let any thought just come into you.
Wow, that is really the real situation. That is it. How to control one's mind, especially when you are young, when you are single. It was Lesbian who said it, young and single and mingle. Okay, when you're single and you can mingle around without problems. That's a great time to really construct your life, because I believe if you make mistakes within that time, you might bounce back, but you leave a few feathers along.
That's very true.
Yeah. You might come out of the situation, even if you make mistakes along the line, you might, but somehow you leave feathers along while you are trying to bounce back.
Things that try to avoid doing the wrong things, because these things will go into your system, and then they will create thoughts, and then you carry all these thoughts as you grow up, even into your marriage, into your business, and these thoughts will keep on coming back. And the only way to take out these thoughts is to fill yourself with a different kind of knowledge, different kind of information. You ever reading the Word of God, or read the right books, positive books, and take out of your mind, so you can be able to move forward. So don't try to avoid, as young people, as single people, try to avoid doing the wrong things, because sometimes in the future you might regret it. Because the person you get to marry, you might start having those thoughts, and they might limit you, and they might become a barrier to your relationship.
Yeah. So that's a very thoughtful idea. It's trying to avoid. Anyway, I always believe that we also learn from mistakes. We learn better from mistakes, I guess. But do not make mistakes that will be so expensive to repair, or so expensive for you to bounce back from.
If you have the right knowledge, if you have wisdom, then you will be able to avoid those mistakes. So that's the most important thing. Key is to get wisdom. As the greatest book says, that most wisdom is the principal thing. So therefore, get wisdom. And with all you're getting, get understanding. So don't just get wisdom, but understand what you have. Understand the knowledge, and then apply that knowledge, and that is wisdom. So knowledge is information. Wisdom is application. Wisdom is applied knowledge. Don't just get knowledge, but apply it. Use that knowledge. Take action and use that knowledge. But the most important thing is that you need to get wisdom and understand.
Right.
So
Good. We are really, really rubbing minds together with Martin Buchanan, who is he is making waves. I see a very bright future, my friend. I see a very, very bright future. If you continue like this, you will go many, many places. You're going to touch minds. You're going to touch the minds of youths and adults, so which is very, very good, because you are hitting the nail on the head. You are really hitting the nail on the head, because this is something that is affecting everybody. Everybody feels it. Okay. Every youth should know this. They should listen to all these things we're talking about, because they are priceless. They do not have price tags on them, because they are there. They will be true today, and they will be true tomorrow, and even the next 20, 30 years, they will be true. Okay. And so we are leaving something for posterity. We are leaving something for posterity, so that posterity will judge that, yes, the one day somebody like you, somebody like me came to this planet, and we affected lives. That I think there's no price tag on that.
Yeah, I like what you said, because it's not good just to leave someone else with money. It's good to leave them with knowledge and wisdom so they can know what to do with money. Because giving them money is better for them to give them the knowledge how to get the money.
That is it. You see, that is one thing. I'm not saying that this is only peculiar to Africans alone, but a lot of parents do this. They prefer to give their parents to give them their children money, invest money for them and all that. No, I guess the best thing you can give to a child is education. The best thing, it was, I can't remember his name, who said that the best thing you can give to any child in this world is education and the power to believe in himself. If you make somebody trust himself, that he can do anything that he is capable of doing, believe me, that child will go places. There's no need piling money for him. No need, because he'll get the money himself. He would find the money himself. If you didn't suffer to get something, you have a tendency to waste that thing. This podcast was brought to you by the Motivational Radio France with their host, Lonjago and Barris.